Hello, crypto world. Welcome to the Chart Historian. My name is Justin, and on this channel, I delve deep into crypto charts, exploring chart structures, fractals, and patterns. So today, I have the XRP chart open, and I'd like to delve into what I believe is in the pike and possibly coming soon. So in some of my previous videos, I talked about how I believe that XRP still had the chance or the possibility that it could move higher. Well, folks, as this fractal has played out, I've now come to the belief, or I've refined my thinking on it. I believe that window has closed, and that is based on the structure that this fractal has done since that time. Now, let's go back to 2017, where I believe the fractal that we should be examining as a guidepost for this one is. Okay, so here we are back in 2017, and this time that we are in is what I call a range-bound sideways time, and you can look at these three fractals and kind of come to that same conclusion that it is range-bound and sideways, goes sideways. However, as you can see, it leads into the next bull run. Now, the thing about this phase in the XRP chart, okay, first of all, where does it happen? It comes, here, let's go over to the very first time XRP had a bull run and a decline. So that was right here. So here's the bull run. Here was the decline. The decline in XRP, I've covered this on many videos. It is a structured decline and it is a repetitive structure that repeats every single decline. So these peaks, they're structured. They have unique characteristics to each part of these sections right here. I labeled them from A to F. Sometimes A is not there. After the decline, it goes into a range-bound sideways time that exists after a decline and before the next bull run. So that is this time right here. We can zoom in a little closer and examine the structure of it. So we see that there are three fractals in this time, and the one right here that we are in, the first one, I split it into two different parts, A and B. So A consists of the peak, B consists of the winding its way down to a point where it moves up again in fractal 2. You know what? Let's go to this sideways time is actually the very first sequence in the XRP chart, the very first complete sequence, that is. Okay, so here we are at the very, very beginning of the XRP chart. I believe that this right here is a fraction of the capitulation fractal that takes place at the end of a XRP decline. This is where it moves up, and as you can see, it has a peak, and then it winds its way down. So here is fractal 1, here is fractal 2. Fractal 2 has three different parts to it, A, B, C. They're basically three different waves. And then fractal 3 has a unique characteristic where it moves up, it moves back down, and then it moves up and does this little correction before moving into the next, or into the bull run. So this is what the XRP chart started with, and from there it went into its first bull run and its first decline. You can essentially say that this right here, it's actually right here, is the complete XRP structure. It has played out over and over and over again. So here it goes back into that sideways range-bound time, after which it moves back into a bull run, back into a decline, and history continues to repeat. Here it does the same sideways range-bound time it goes up, makes a peak A, and then B is the winding down part. Fractal 2 has the three parts, A, B, C, and fractal 3 has the two parts, A where it moves up, and then B where it does that little correction type thing. So let's jump back over to 2017, and as you can see, we have all those parts here. We have the first part, the peak, and we have B right here on fractal 1 that we are currently working through. Now, it is my belief that we have completed the peak already. We've completed this part of the fractal, and what we are currently working on is this section right here. So this will bring us to the capitulation point, after which it will pull up and then go sideways just a little before moving into the next fractal, fractal 2. So let's copy and paste this structure right here onto today's chart and see how that compares to what we are currently experiencing. Okay, so here we are at today's chart. Here's part A, the peak, and here is that wave structure that those two waves that I was telling you about. So here was wave 1, and now we are working on wave 2. And if we zoom into this wave right here, so we can see that this wave from back in 2017 was comprised of 3 subwaves, subwave 1, subwave 2, and subwave 3, which brings it to a peak, and then it declines, and then after that it does this one little kind of shelf type thing, but it's still a peak, and then it comes crashing down to a capitulation point. Well, if we compare that to today, you'll see that here are the 3 waves right here, the subwave 1, the subwave 2, and the subwave 3, which brings it to its peak. And now we are working on this shelf type thing. Let's zoom in a little closer and inspect what is going on here. Okay, so if you look at this part right here, you'll notice that it does this small little wave, moves up, does these 2 bigger waves, and then kind of bounces its way down to this shelf type thing before dropping. Well, if you compare this structure to what is currently taking place, and I believe it would be maybe a little bit more like this, timing is different. Timing, height, and depth are always going to be original when a fractal repeats. So here we have this small little kind of peak right here, which I would say would be this, moves up, it does these 2 peaks right here, which I would say is this, and then this decline, so it moves down, and then it moves up right here before kind of coming to that peak. So it moves down, here it moves up more drastically before coming to that capitulation point before moving into this part right here. So even in this part, we have one kind of small little wave and then this part right here. So I believe that was this one, and now we are currently working on what would be this. So what I believe is coming next, folks, is the decline right here. Now, I want to talk about something important about this phase in the XRP chart. Let's go back to 2017 real quick. So I believe the correct way to be looking at this time in XRP is the bull run right around the corner. I don't believe that is the best way to look at it. I think the way we should be looking at it is how fast we can get through these structures, because the faster we get through them will mean the bull run is nearby. So these fractals, they lead into the bull run, but they are not the bull run. We'll need to go through the structure of these before that bull run starts. This time in XRP is really a wild card. There have been times where it played out extremely long. Like, for instance, back in 2018, after the all-time high, this is a very zoomed out picture. It's kind of confusing with all the stuff going on it, but you can see fractal 1, fractal 2, fractal 3. This started in September 2018 and finished in 2021, March 2021. So it took literally years for this time to play out. Whereas today we are flying through this time. It started right here, roughly in September. The peak was around September 23, and it's already November, and we're, I would say, almost done with this fractal. So I like what I'm seeing here. I don't care about how high or how low it goes at this point. I think that's just a distraction, really. What we need to focus on is how fast we can complete this. So if it drops down to here tonight, ooh, I'd be so happy. And then it moves up fast. That's what I'm looking for. I want to get through this as fast as we can so we can arrive at this, which is the bull run. Well, folks, I hope this video was informative. You know, if you enjoy this type of analysis where I deep dive into crypto charts and especially XRP, I love covering XRP, and explore the fractals, the chart structure, you should hit that subscribe button because you'll be notified when I put out new content. You got to hit that bell button. If you found value in this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It means a lot to me. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, you may or may not notice, but I just got a new mic, and so to me, at least I think the audio is better. I hope it sounds better. I'm still learning to use it the correct way. But anyways, and one last thing. I am not a financial advisor, so none of this that I present here should be construed or used as investment or financial advice. Well, I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a great day, and bye for now.